Okay, Aniba, I think you're good to go. You can start now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, all Control of Exam, all faculty dean, registered Director of IQSC, all department head, our guest speaker, all faculty members, and dear students. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I am Chaudhry Adiba Zahin, lecturer in the Department of English of Bangladesh Army University of Science and Technology. A very warm welcome to all. Especially, we want to extend our welcome to our speaker, Dr. M. Munir Zaman, for gracing today's event with his presence. Thank you all for attending today's webinar, the first webinar arranged by English Department in association with IQAC on mispronunciation in English, reason and resolution. At first, I would like to invite the Mr. Shariat Talukdar, Head, Department of English, to give a welcome speech.
Thank you, Adiba, and Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everybody. It's an immense pleasure that we are here today, and we are experiencing quite a difficult time for last couple of months, or last few months, rather, I should say, because of this COVID-19 situation. But our university authority has taken a very good decision that we should keep our students quite informed about their education and also something else besides their regular textbooks. So from that perspective, we are working on for quite a long time to have this webinar, and Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and also all the members of the authority, actually, they're quite cooperative and they helped us a lot to have this program today. And I believe that our students, they will be benefited from today's program. And I'd like to express my gratitude to Dr. Mohammad Munir Zaman Sir, because Sir, actually, he's very busy, but he still has to give us this talk, and also actually he wants to help both the faculty members and also the students. So I hope that from today's discussion, the title is mispronunciation in English, reasons and resolutions. From there, actually, for both the faculty members and also the students, all of us will be very much benefited. So I don't want to prolong my speech since we have lots of things to do. So with that note, I'd like to conclude my welcome speech, and I really would like to welcome you all, and it's really a pleasure that to have you all in today's webinar. Thank you very much, Adiba. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for such an inspirational speech that will help us to move ahead. Now, I'd like to call upon our special guest, Muhammad Shahnaz Khanam, Dean, Faculty of Science and Humanities, to say a few lines.
Thank you, Adiba, for giving me the floor to speak in such auspicious occasion. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Bangladesh Army University of Science and Technology, Controller of Examinations, BAUST, Dean of different faculties, Head of the departments from different department, Registrar, Proctor, SW, other faculty members from different departments, my beloved students, and last but not the least, our key person, the center of today's program, the keynote speaker, Professor Dr. M. Munir Zaman, sir. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and very good afternoon. I'm really delighted to be present in this webinar, the first ever webinar arranged by the Department of English. Here, I would like to give a brief background that we have tried to arrange seminar twice. Once back in the beginning of 2019, and during that time, we have to postpone the seminar since the university had to go for shutdown because of the death of a student at Shahid Romizuddin School and College. And then during mid-19 of the same year, we again tried to arrange another seminar with the same speaker present today here. But due to some problem from SAR, we couldn't again arrange that seminar to come to reality. So this should be said as a historical webinar today is going to be present today, that finally we could have done it probably. And the other thing is that the speaker is one of the, I think Adiba will talk about this, but I'm just getting little chance. Since some of the students, some of the faculty members in this department are the direct students of SAR, along with me, Adiba and Mushfika. And the other faculties are well aware that SAR is one of the eminent professors, not only familiar in Bangladesh. He's passing really busy schedule because he has different invitation from different countries. We have come to know that he's passing hectic time speaking on different webinars, seminar, and some other programs throughout these months. So Sir has become more busy. In this sense, we are really happy that we have Sir amongst us today, even in this trauma situation. We all know that we are in a trauma situation, and we are trying to transfer this trauma into something productive, something creative. And I would like to thank my students as well that they are I think they're coming more. Though the number is not very large, I hope that all the students will try to join. Adiba, can you tell us that how many we have right now?
And total participants here are 93, along with the faculties.
Okay, more will come. Our students more will join surely. Well, and today's topic is one of the much needed topic for both the students and the teachers, I believe. So I hope we all will be delighted by the webinar will be present by Professor Monirujjaman sir. And I wish every success of the program today, and I thank the Department of English for arranging the seminar finally. Thank you, the Department of English.
Thank you, ma'am, for your speech. That also revealed that how much hard work you have been doing behind arranging such a seminar. And thank you, ma'am, for your support for the department always. Now, I'd like to invite the chief guest, Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Kamaluddin, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Treasurer of BAUST, Bangladesh Army University of Science and Technology, to say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I'm very much delighted to be here. First of all, I would like to cordially welcome our guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Munirujjaman, Professor, Department of English from Jahangirnagar University. He is a distinguished, eminent, and influential figure in the field of English language. Thank you for responding us, even with a busy schedule. You have agreed to share your insight and knowledge with us, and we are very much glad for that. I would like to place a humble thanks to Dean of the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities, Muhammad Sanas Khanum, who is also Associate Professor of the Department of English. And I would like to give a special thanks to Head of the Department, Mr. Shahriar Talukdar, and his teams for arranging such a fascinating webinar. I would also like to thank all the faculty members and students of the Departments of English for participating in the timely webinar. In view of the present pandemic situations, the world of education are facing great challenges. No one was prepared or anticipated the devastating nature of pandemic like this. But life goes on. No matter how unfavorable the situation is, we must continue our journey to make ourselves better. For the post-pandemic world, we will be harsh, but we must take preparation for that. With regards to all complications and disruptions of this crisis, we have to prepare our students. Our today's topic, mispronunciation in English, reason and resolution. This webinar was much needed and it's a timely chosen, I must say. It will help our student to learn, practice English pronunciation better. It will also show them the mispronunciation they might have been practicing. I wish the webinar a great success. I thank the keynote speaker again for his humble response, and also a big thanks to all the participants and the organizers. Thank you all. Allah Hafiz. শোনা যাচ্ছে না এখন?
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for your such motivational speech and the support that you have gave to the Department of English for arranging this webinar. Now, dear students and everyone present, it's a historic moment when we'll be hearing soon from one of the renowned English language teachers of Bangladesh. But I know everyone is waiting eagerly, but before we hand over to sir, I'd like to introduce our today's speaker, Dr. M. Moniruzzaman. Dr. M. Moniruzzaman, sir, is currently working as a professor in the Department of English at Jahangirnagar University, Bangladesh. He is also an IELTS speaking examiner at IDP Bangladesh and a member of TESOL International Association. He has obtained his MA in English language and PhD in applied linguistics and ELT from the University of Dhaka. He has completed e-teacher methodology for TESOL at the University of Maryland, BC, e-teacher assessment at the University of Oregon, e-teacher educational technology at Iowa State University, and attended PDW 2013 at the University of Oregon, USA. He has an extraordinary 27 years teaching and research experience and more than 100 publications. That include research papers, translation, book reviews, and books. His core interests include TESOL, methodology, curriculum and syllabus design, materials, development, assessment and testing, educational technology, second language teacher education, and ELT leadership and management. It is really an honor to introduce such a great and prominent linguist of Bangladesh. So, dear student, after the session that sir have, we'll wait for the question answer session till the end. Now, I'd like to call upon our today's speaker, Moniruzzaman sir, to start his talk.
Thank you, Chaudhuri Adhiva, Honorable Vice Chancellor BAUST, Honorable Deans, learned teachers, respected teachers, colleagues, dear students. I'm really honored, I feel really honored to have been invited to give this webinar. It's really a very happy moment for me. I am grateful to BAUST and BAUST Authority. Let's straight go to my point. Today, I'm supposed to give my webinar on mispronunciation in English. Here, by mispronunciation, I want to mean sometimes we use some pronunciation which isn't intelligible, which isn't comprehensible. Here, to clarify further, as we are not native speakers of English, English is a foreign language or second language to us. Sometimes we pronounce some words or phrases in an ununderstandable way. When we mispronounce some words or utterances, listeners don't understand what we say, what message we convey. That's why we have to speak in such a way so that listener can understand our message, our information. And in today's presentation, I have just included some reasons for mispronunciation and how we can resolve the problems causing mispronunciations. Now, let's me share. I'll share here 4 files. Let me start with the first one. Is it okay? Is it visible, clearly visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see it,
Okay,
sir.
so, but yeah, the first slide contains the title of my today's presentation or webinar, Mispronunciation in English, Reasons and Resolution. And I'm Muniruzzaman. You have already known my name. I'm from the Department of English, Jahangirnagar University. And today's agenda, mispronunciation, just we are going to note the major problems of mispronunciation, the major causes of mispronunciation. Then we'll try to find out some resolution or solutions to our problems. Mispronunciation, why? First, I have here identified spelling as a problematic area, problematic component of mispronunciation. Spelling often spoils pronunciation. Sometimes we foreigners, especially Bengali speaking learners, try to pronounce words or utterances according to the spelling of the words and utterances. For example, DO, I have here included some examples. I'm not actually working on all the examples because I have time crunch. You have given me a few minutes to give my presentation. Just I'm touching some major examples here. DO, its intelligible pronunciation is do, but sometimes many people pronounce it do. So we have to be careful of that. And similar to do, sometimes we say GO or NO or KNO or some other words with similar spellings or similar pronunciation. So do, but we can't say go in the same way. Go is pronounced in different way, go. And no is pronounced again in different way, no. And KNOW and NO have the same pronunciation. Their meanings are differentiated through the contexts we use them in. Next, alone and along. Sometimes we just overlap the pronunciations of the two words. Number one, alone, and number two, along. Allow. And English is a stress-stamped language. When we use a word with more than one syllable, we have to put stress on one syllable and we have to leave the other syllables unstressed. That's why, as we are used to speaking in Bangla, Bangla is not a stress-stamped language. It's a syllable-timed language. So using Bangla pronunciation, we can't pronounce English. English has its different nature. We have to be aware of the nature of the pronunciation of English language. And let me pronounce the examples here very quickly. I hope you will have some ideas of how we mispronounce them. Do, go, no, no, alone, along, allow, leisure, pleasure, measure, passage, message, often, or often. Sometimes English people, native speakers say often, but it's often. Handsome, D is not pronounced. Handkerchief, use. When it's a noun, its pronunciation is use. But when it's a verb, its pronunciation is use. So according to the what category, the pronunciation changes. But when it's pluralized, it's not uses, it's uses. House, we sometimes say house, but when it's pluralized, we have to say houses. Young, we many people pronounce young. It's not young, young. It's you, but sometimes we say yo. It's your. American people say your, British people say yo, but sometimes we say yours. Adjust, D isn't pronounced before J. Ajan, Kava. Sometimes many people pronounce Kova, Discover, but these are Kava, Discover, excuse. Sometimes we say, many people say, excuse in this way. Future. So if we follow the spelling Future, it gives a very peculiar and sometimes I think sarcastic pronunciation. Future, we can say according to the spelling futuri, but it's not futuri, it's future. And procedure, and many people pronounce it procedure, but it's not, it's never procedure. British people say procedure, American people say procedure. What, which, why, so. We can't say so. So, SEW, many people say SEW, but it has the same pronunciation as we pronounce so. The three words have the same pronunciation. Drew, blue, grew, digestion. We can't say digestion. Digestion, suggestion, knee, but we can't say Kani. K is not pronounced. Now, schedule, or some British people say schedule, Wednesday, and this way. Now, the second reason, MT interferes in pronunciation. MT means mother tongue. We are used to using our mother tongue, Bangla, and Bangla has different varieties. For example, I'm from Mymensingh, so my Mymensingh Bangla sometimes interferes in my English pronunciation, sa. And some people from some area of Bangladesh say shard or charge in different ways, but its real pronunciation is, intelligible pronunciation is either sa or sar. So same, some people pronounce cho, you can go, it's not cho, it's so. Not chame, it's same. Much, touch, catch, hatch, patch, but many people pronounce mas, tas, cas. These are very common words, but sometimes we can't pronounce them intelligibly. His, but usually many people say his. It's not his. His, is, was, village, college, language, usage, school, square, Jew, zoo, Jew. It's not Jew. It's zoo, zoo, Jew, zoo. Jew, it's hard. Zoo, soft. Special, not special. Special, English language has no shell, okay? Special. Commercial, not commercial. All, but sometimes many people say all. It's not all, it's all. Tall, call, fall. Span, with two lips, fan, upper front teeth, lower lip, and fan. Bat, vat, thief, thing, change, charge, judge, gem, management, fruitful, efficient. It's not efficient. Efficient, proficient, precious, gracious, sure. But many people say sure. It's not sure. British people say sure. American people say sure. Tour, study tour, pure, schedule, front. But many people pronounce front, but it's front, in front of my house. Stomach, it's not stomach, stomach. London. Short, long vowels sometimes cause mispronunciation. Ship, short. sheep. So we have to differentiate between short and long vowels. Otherwise, the listener will not get the meaning we are conveying. Lip, leap, pen, pan, pin, board, bud, but, eat, it, bin, 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 mill, meal, hill, heel, heel, sin, sin, sun, soon, please, pleasure, heart, heart, cut, card, man, man, pan, fan, fun, phone, telephone, blow, blow, blue, blue. The second two words have the same pronunciation. Blow, blue, blue. Touch, toss. Tease, teach. Sometimes some teachers may say, if I ask him or her, what are you doing? She may say, I am teasing my student. But actually our teacher teaches his student. Jam, zoo, joy, zero. And here you see British English and American English have different pronunciations, even spellings, even grammatical rules. But here my concern is pronunciation. So it's better to use one variety. We shouldn't mix the two varieties. Then the listener may face some problems to get the meaning we are giving. We are just conveying. Ask, dance, last, class, plant, sample, British pronunciation. But American people pronounce it a different way. Ask, dance, last, class, plant, sample. So sometimes we use a mixture of British and American pronunciation. We use ask, we use then dance, we use last, we use class, then we use plant, we use sample. So this mixture is sometimes confusing. British pronunciation not got hot dot in this way, but British people, American people use a little different pronunciation, nut, gut, hat, dat, cut, in this way. So, no, go, British people say, but American people say, so, no, go, attitude, aptitude, magnitude, British pronunciation. American people say aptitude, attitude, magnitude. Cadre, yeah, we say CADRE. Bangladeshi people say cadre, BCS cadre. It's cadre, British people say. American people say cadre. At center, American people pronounce in a different way, and they say center. These are the major causes of English mispronunciation. But here, I'm now sharing a very important point with you, that stress as well as intonation always influences pronunciation. As in Bangla, we never use stress, so we are not accustomed to using stress correctly, but in English, we must use it. Otherwise, the meaning will be unclear. The listener will face a lot of problems to get the meaning. Between two syllables, be and twin, the second syllable receives stress. We have to maintain that. We have to put stress on right syllables. Between, produce, introduce, teacher, father, college, enjoy. Just here I have shown the stress with a small upright line. Do you see the upright line? Dear audience, do you
Yes,
see?
sir. Yes, sir. We can see that.
Okay. Am I clearly audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can clearly hear
Enjoy,
you.
enjoy English, English. But we most Bangladeshi people say English. English is a Bangla pronunciation, but its English pronunciation is English. English. April, July, manage, engineer, foolish, reading, personality, profession. In this way, we have to put stress on right syllables and we have to use intonation. For intelligible pronunciation, we have to consider some points. Let me just mention the points to share with you. Number one, when we are speaking, we have to chunk, we have to divide our speech appropriately. Number two, we have to put stress on right syllables. And number three, we have to use correct intonation. For example, a statement can be a question when we use a question intonation. For example, I go there, it's a statement. But if I say, if I change my tone, if I use a question or interrogation intonation, it may be a question. I go there statement. To make it a question, I can say, I go there. So intonation is very important. Intonation carries meaning. And without intonation, sometimes English speech isn't understood clearly. And yeah, to solve the problems, English language has a sound system. And if we can have ideas of the sound system, we can use the sound system and practice adequately, we can be able to solve the problems we have been facing, or we are just always we are confronting. And yeah, you see on the slide, I have written three words: monophthongs, diphthongs, and consonants. And yeah, the first two words mean English vowel sounds, and the last one consonant. I think everybody knows it. It means that English language has, like other languages, vowel sounds and consonant sounds. And sounds are different from letters. English has 26 letters, but English is a non-phonetic language. So using the letters, we can't learn the exact or correct pronunciation of a word or of an utterance or expression. That's why here my advocacy is that in the people who are interested in English, especially English teachers and students, should have ideas of the English sound system. They should know monophthongs, diphthongs, and consonants, and they should practice according to some rules and some tips and tricks, and then they can be able to use them for correcting the pronunciation, for modifying the pronunciation. I mean, to be they will be able to pronounce English in an intelligible manner. Here, my point is, we need not speak like the American or British people. If we can speak correctly, if we can speak intelligibly, if we can speak understandably, then our speech is all right. We shouldn't speak like the people of America or Britain. And let me close just this slide, this file. I'm opening another one file. I'm sharing that with you, and I'm starting with English monophthongs. English has 12 monophthongs. Monophthongs are also called single vowels or simple vowels. Oh my goodness. Just a moment, please. Do you see this file? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Okay. Yeah, just I'm not showing my slides. I'm showing YouTube video clip. Okay. Here you see I'm starting with the monophthongs, and English has 12 monophthongs. Just listen to the lady.
Huh?
Do you listen? Hello. Do you listen to the lady? Do you hear the lady?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Is the lady clear to you? I mean, is the voice of the lady clear to you?
Not exactly, sir. I think the volume should be increased a bit.
Is it okay now?
For example, we have
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
It's audible now.
it's audible, sir. Yes.
and E long. In this case,
Here you see English vowels here mean English monophthongs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are the English monophthongs or simple vowels. And it's a
hello and welcome to another
fairly
class.
long video
Today we
clip,
want to have a look
so
at
you
English
yourselves can
vowel
practice
sounds.
it. The
And
file's
in this
name
video,
is
I will teach you
Vowel
how to pronounce
Sounds
sounds
Part
properly,
1
and
Monophthongs.
hopefully
You
will
can
also
get
learn
it.
to
You yourselves
recognize
can
the
go to
phonetics and
YouTube
for
and
each
practice with the
vowel
lady.
sounds.
Just for
In
you
English, we have
understanding, I'm
short
just
and
playing for
long
a
vowel
minute, for a
sounds.
couple of minutes.
The long
Please
vowel
listen to.
sounds have a dot, a colon followed after the symbol. This is how you can recognize them. So, for example, we have I short and E long. In this case, the sound is exactly the same, only that it's short, I, and long, E. Okay, let's practice the sounds. I, I, E, E, O, O, U, U, O, 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 A, 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 E, 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 Ö, Ö.
Let's stop here. Okay. Just you go to YouTube. I have given you the file name. English Vowels Part 1 Monophthongs. It's the name of the file. So go there and practice, have self-practice and improve your pronunciation.
The
Now,
last sound is a special sound because it's the most common sound.
okay. Now I'm going to the next file. I mean, next point, diphthongs. I already told you English has 12 monophthongs. A monophthong is a single vowel, but two single vowels make a diphthong. That's why a diphthong is also called a compound vowel. Okay. And here you see, sorry, a compound vowel consists of two monophthongs, and English language has 8 diphthongs. So in total, English language has 12 plus 8, 20 vowels. 12 monophthongs, single or simple vowels, and 8 compound vowels or diphthongs. All right. Now let me show the diphthongs. First, let me show my file, then I'll go to YouTube. Do you see?
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Okay, diphthongs. Here is the definition of diphthongs. Each of them is a combination of two simple vowels. And I already told you, English language has 8 diphthongs. Okay. And here I have shown 3, A, I, Oi. And these are example words, may, hi, boy. Because of time constraint, I'm running fast. And then ow and o. Example words achieved. How, so, ow, how, cow, oh, so, no, go. And the last 3, ear, air, or. Here you see near. But sometimes you say, please come near. Near is not correct. It's not intelligible. Near and share. Not sheer, share. And sure. Many people say sure. It's not right. We shouldn't say sure. We have to say either sure or sure. Then ria, rea, and tuo, dear, dear, poor. So in this way, we have got 8 diphthongs. And now let me stop sharing this file. I'm going to the next one. I mean, it will be the last file. Do you want to see English diphthongs on YouTube? Hello? Hello, audience. Do you want to see English diphthongs on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir, I would love to.
Okay, just give me a second then.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
Do you see?
But if you want to write essays that inspire.
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. So here you see diphthong.
Hello, my name is Billy, and today I'll be teaching you about some of the sounds of the English language. In English, we have consonants and we have vowels. And within the group of the vowels, we have monophthongs and diphthongs. Today, we want to have a look at the diphthongs. Now, there are 8 altogether in English, and they're made up of 2 individual vowels. So first of all, I'll be saying each diphthong, and I want you to try and repeat it after me. And pay special attention to my lips, because my lips help form the sounds. First one, we have A. E, E together make A. 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 Next up, we have I. A, E, A, E together make I. 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 Very good. Next one, we have Oi. A, E, put together make Oi. 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 Very good. Then we have O. O together make O. 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 Very good. Next one. Ow. A. O. Ow. 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 Excellent. 3 more to go. Next one, we have ear. E, a, ear. 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 Very good. Next one. Air. Together make air. Air. Air.
So let's stop here. This this video, it's an 8 minutes video clip. You yourself can find and practice. Okay. Now let me go to the last file that's containing English consonants. English has 24 consonant sounds. Just give me a second. I'm looking for my files. Oh my goodness. Do you see the file? Consonants.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's the definition of consonants, and when we pronounce vowels, our lung air isn't disturbed or blocked anywhere. But when we pronounce consonant sounds, our lung air comes out and faces a lot of obstacles or problems to come out. And yeah, see, we use 4 consonants with our 2 lips: wa, pa, ba, and ma. Wa, pa, ba, and ma. And you see, I show some examples of each of the sounds: wa, pa, ba, ma. And then we pronounce 2 consonants with our upper front teeth and lower lip. Upper front teeth and lower lip. And these sounds aren't available in Bangla language, so we sometimes mispronounce them, and we also mispronounce the words and utterances having these sounds. Number 1, fa, fa. Upper front teeth, lower lip. Just there is a contact between upper front teeth and lower lip. Fa, va, fan, fine, fame, van, vat, vast. Then English has 2 interdental sounds. These are not available in Bangla. Number 1, tha. Interdental means the front part of the tongue comes out of the front, upper and lower teeth. Front, upper and lower teeth. And when you pronounce them, lung air slightly comes out. Tha, thief, theme, threat, thrust, in this way. And the. But these are not available in Bangla. Okay. Then English has 6 alveolar sounds. Alveolar sounds mean when we pronounce each of them, we make a contact between the front part of our tongue and the alveolar ridge. Alveolar ridge means the carved space behind the upper front teeth. উপরের সম্মুখের দাঁতের পিছনে দেখেন উঁচু নিচু জায়গা আছে. That's called the alveolar ridge. So when we are pronouncing each of the sounds, we make a contact between the front part of our tongue and the alveolar ridge. You can pronounce and feel ta, da, la, na, sa, za. Next, English has 1 post-alveolar consonant. It's pronounced with a contact between the tongue and the space just behind the alveolar ridge. It's ra, ra. But it's not like Bangla Boishunoro. It's somehow similar to Bangla Doishunoro, ra. And it's pronounced in different ways in different environments. different contexts. Then palatoalveolar. English has 4 palatoalveolar sounds, and the first 2 sounds aren't available in Bangla. And uh, sorry, the first one is available in Bangla, it's sha, in show, she, like Talaborsho. But the second one isn't available in Bangla. Its pronunciation is ja, pleasure, measure, leisure, treasure, television, precision. And the third one is cha, cha, a little hard. Cha, ch, chat, chu, chin, chile. And the last one is ja. It's a little hard. Judge, jam, joy, gist, jail. And English has one palatal sound. It looks like small j, but it's not j. Its pronunciation is ia, ia, yes, yet, young, yellow, yesterday. And English has 3 vela sounds. These sounds are pronounced with a contact between the back part of our tongue and our soft palate. Soft palate. Ka, ga, ang. Ka in king, cow, come, example words. Ga in game, ang. It's similar to Bangla, ongo, ko, ko, go, go, ongo. Ring, king, bring, sing, etc. And it's the last 24th consonant. Its pronunciation is ha. It comes just directly from the vocal cords. I hope you have had ideas of the Adam apple. Okay, the Adam apple has a door of 2 parts, but when we pronounce this sound, the door is completely open and lung air comes out directly. Ha, hat, head, heat, hello, hot. These are the consonant sounds in English language. And this way, we have seen that English language has 20 vowel sounds, 12 monophthongs, and 8 diphthongs, and 24 consonant sounds. And using the sounds, we can learn the correct pronunciations of each and every word, and we can practice and use them in our speech production and communication. So we have to use a very good monolingual dictionary for learning the pronunciation. For example, it's a very familiar and famous dictionary, Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. If you just look up a word, first you will get the spelling of the word, and just immediately after the spelling, between 2 slashes, you will find these sounds, vowels and consonants. The sounds show its pronunciation. And after that, you will get the category of the word, the meaning of the word, and the illustrations of the words. And here, just what I want to say in my conclusion, my concluding words, as we are not native speakers of English, we sometimes mispronounce English words. But mispronouncing words, we make listeners helpless. They don't understand what we mean. That's why we have to try not to mispronounce words. We have to pronounce intelligibly, comprehensively. And to learn correct pronunciations of words, we should use a system. And the system I have discussed with you, I have shared with you, is an effective system, is an efficient system, and it's proved. And if we can learn the 20 vowel sounds and 24 consonant sounds, in total 44 sounds, and we can use them, we can learn the correct pronunciations of words, number 1, and through practice we can use them in our speech, in our speaking. Then our speech will be more correct, number 1, and our listeners will understand us better. Here, let me share another one file related to consonants. I didn't show you this file. I'm going to YouTube Just give me a second. So here, for English consonants, you will get 2 video clips, each of 15-14 minutes. And the first one is called Consonants Part 1, and the second one is called Consonants Part 2. And I hope you see the files on YouTube. Do you see?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet.
Today, I will teach you.
No, haven't I shared the files? No?
Sir, we can hear, but we can't see it.
Okay, let me show. Let me show.
Some of the consonant sounds.
Do you see now?
Yes, sir. We can see it
Okay.
now.
Do you hear clearly?
We will group them into.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay.
Some consonants have voice. We call them voiced consonants. And some consonants do not have voice. So we call them unvoiced consonants. Now you probably wonder what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. You need to put your hand on your throat. If you say any vowel sound, a, e, o, u, you should feel a light vibration in your throat. This is because all the vowel sounds use the voice. Okay, now if we come to the consonants, as I said, we have some consonants with voice. For example, g, b, d. And then we have some where you should not feel any vibration. For example, t, k, s. They're usually a little bit quieter. Okay, our first pair is P and B. P, unvoiced, and B, voiced. P, po.
Sorry, I stopped sharing because of the time constraint. So now you can go to YouTube, you can find the clips, and you can have self-practice, and self-practice always tremendously helps improve your ability. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for your interest in my presentation.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening and informative presentation and the session on mispronunciation in English, reasons and resolution. We'll definitely go on YouTube and follow these videos for improving our speaking skills. So we move to the question answer session. If those who are present, if you have any queries, you can ask to our speaker, Dr. Monijawan sir. Any question from the audience?
Yeah, the audiences have been kept mute.
No, sir, they can just unmute themselves.
Okay. And yeah, I should apologize to you for my limitations because of the time constraint, time crunch. I have very rapidly, very fast and quickly just touched upon the main points, Maybe my pronunciation hasn't been that much clear to you because of the time constraint and my limited explanation and exemplification. But if you have any queries, please never feel hesitant, feel free and easy, and share your queries with me. I always love responding to questions.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Myself Manjuma Firdousi, and I'm from third batch English department. And sir, thank you for your informative presentation. And we feel very fortunate as that we have got the chance to hear from you. And sir, you know, sir, while we listen the British pronunciation, identifying the schwa sound and uttering the schwa sound is very tough to us. So, sir, is there any suggestion from you so that we can develop our pronunciation of schwa sound? Because you know, you have already said that we don't have that much words like which are stressed or unstressed like the English sounds. That's why, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a very good question. I appreciate your point. Actually, schwa is a very difficult sound. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Fair and Lovely নতুন নাম এখন Glow and Lovely. Fair and Lovely এখন Glow and Lovely. Well, in particular, the schwa. Now it's just one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready now. Schwa is the commonest sound in English language. In more than 50% English words, this sound is available, and it's the shortest sound in English language. It's not available in our mother tongue Bangla. So while speaking, to produce this sound, we face a lot of problems, and even when listening to speakers, especially native speakers, using schwa, we fail to understand its pronunciation. But theoretically speaking, number one, schwa is a very short sound. Number two, when we pronounce it, we have to keep our upper and lower teeth together. And then we have to pronounce it with minimum effort. For example, let me pronounce oh in this way. Let me pronounce some example words. Today, day, the first syllable contains this sound. Perhaps the first syllable contains this sound. Alone, the first syllable contains this sound. Okay, and now let me share a file to respond to your question. Do you see the file? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can
Yes,
see.
sir.
From English. This lesson is all about the schwa. Now, it's just one of the many English sounds, but it's one of the most important ones that you need to understand and use, particularly if you want to sound more natural when you're speaking English. So, stay tuned. There are 44 sounds in English. Some say 45. You might be wondering, why is this sound in particular, the schwa, so important? Well, firstly, it's the most common sound in the English language by far. It occurs the most frequently. And that's why it's got its own special name, the schwa. Another thing that's weird is that there is no schwa sound in the name schwa, so it's not really helpful for remembering it.
So let me stop sharing.
It's one of the trickiest sounds to understand because any vowel letter.
Okay, so my last word, please go to YouTube, find out this clip, and practice Shua with the clip. I hope you will get your ability improved. Thank you. I was satisfied with my team. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay. So have you got any supplementary question or some other questions from some other people?
Sir, if you allow me, I would like to ask you a question, if that is okay.
Please.
Okay. So sometimes actually people think that pronunciation doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter, especially actually to convey or to communicate their ideas. So what is your opinion about it? I mean, is it true, or do you really have to work on a pronunciation, or just a kind of understandable kind of pronunciation will do it? Because, you know, sir, sometimes some people say that good pronunciation is a passport to a good society. So, I mean, what is your take on it?
So do you mean English pronunciation or pronunciation in general?
Pronunciation in general, or maybe, sir, if you would like to focus on English pronunciation, sir.
Yeah, let me keep myself confined to English pronunciation.
Okay,
so
sir.
when I'm speaking English, my pronunciation should be intelligible. If the listener doesn't understand my pronunciation, so my speech makes no sense, isn't it? So pronunciation is very important, and we have to pronounce correctly and understandably. It's number one point. And here, let me bring another one point. Grammar. Some people say that grammar isn't important, but both grammar and pronunciation are very important. As theoretically speaking, English language has 4 basic skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. But listening, speaking, reading, writing can't work without 3 components. Number one, I'm now mentioning 3 components. Number one, vocabulary, and number 2, pronunciation. Number 3, grammar. If we just minus vocabulary, subtract vocabulary, our language can't function. Our language doesn't have its existence. And vocabulary can't work with the pronunciation. Vocabulary can't work without grammar. And without vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation, the 4 basic skills can't function. Are you satisfied?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure. Next.
Dear students, if you have any more question, you can ask.
Sir, I'd like to ask a question, if you would permit.
Please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, as far as the English department students, they are taught about this monophthongs, consonants, and diphthongs. But when we see other students, like from engineering or any other subject, they do not have so much knowledge about these things. So is there any tips or suggestion for them? How can they learn this English pronunciation?
I think as their major is different, they are not basically students of English language and literature. So we shouldn't teach each and everything to those students. We can just teach them a system which has sufficient tips and tricks which they can use to practice and improve their pronunciation. Just today, I have shown something in 40 minutes time, so far as I have seen. So if we can just teach these things to the students of engineering or medical science or architecture, I think they can use the tips and tricks. They can they themselves can go to YouTube and find out relevant files and practice themselves and improve their pronunciation. I think we shouldn't just keep them that much tortured. We shouldn't torture them with all the things we are studying as teachers and students of the Department of English. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else from any student of the Department of English at BAUST?
Yes, dear students, do you have any questions?
Especially any male student? Here I see the male students are shyer than the female students?
So actually, in our department, we have female students. It's in number, there are many and very few male students. So that is another problem, sir.
Oh, that's a female-dominated department.
You can
Good.
say that, sir.
And Bangladesh is also female-dominated.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right, sir.
Right. So any lady with any question? Oh,
Sir, I think
yeah,
no
please.
more questions from the student side or any other audience.
I can just here receive some questions or queries or comments from any learned teachers of the Department of English there. Where is Mushfika? Mushfika may ask me a question. Mushfika Jannat.
Mushfika, are you there?
Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, in this semester, I am actually teaching my students phonetics and phonology. So, sir, any tips? Sir, can you give me some tips so that I can make this course easier for them? They seem it very difficult, sometimes very difficult to understand.
Yeah,
So,
actually, it's very difficult to give you some suggestions or advice. But in general, I can say to make the course easy to a student first, you should be easy. You should be easy to the students, number one. Okay. So that the students can have very easy access to you. You should be very friendly. You should have very good rapport with your student. Is number one point. And number two point, just try to understand the needs and interests of your students. And then you just give your lessons to them. Just don't try to impose lessons on students. Just first motivate them, prepare them for receiving and continuing your lessons, and then you give lessons to your students. And yeah, I think you can follow some very good book for teaching English phonetics and phonology. First, you have to work on the theoretical sides. Today, I have briefly covered the basic points of the theoretical sides. I have just here discussed 24 consonants, 20 vowels. Then I have given some ideas of stress and intonation. So these things are the basic things in English phonetics and phonology. So when you are preparing your lessons for the students, you can include all those things. And then you should put maximum emphasis on practice. And for practicing the sounds, it's better to find out relevant videos on YouTube, all right? And encourage them, use
Yes,
the
sir.
YouTubes, encourage them self-study, because self-study is
Yes, sir.
the best study. Just try to make you learners the owners of their own learning. Thank you very much, Cindy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your tips.
Sir, due to the students' chance, I was keeping myself short that I will give them chance. So since there is time, may I make a comment, sir?
Please.
Sir, we frequently face a question regarding pronunciation, that
Right.
what should we follow, British or American? And sometimes some people are over obsessed regarding pronunciation, that is following British or American. That is, the other issues are less focused or less important. So thank you, sir, for your clarification that intelligible pronunciation should be our focus.
Right.
And here, sir, can I mention that Indian accent or Indian pronunciation, what they have developed, and they are, in fact, in a practice of their own accent. So what about our country, sir? Should we also, or are we in that state to make our own pronunciation or make certain state in our country?
Yeah, I'm maximally with you. And yeah, the point is actually English is a mother tongue in more than 40 countries in this planet. Okay. So uh, now if we say we are learning, we are following the native speakers of English, then there is a very good question, valid question. Who are the native speakers of English? Then the answer may be the British people or the American people or Australian people or the Nigerian people or the Kenyan people or the South African people. Okay. So are we learning the English of the people of South Africa? No. We learn the English of the British people because British once dominated, ruled us. Now we are trying to learn the English of the American people because America has money, America has dollars and military power. Okay. That's why, just the point, India has developed their own English accent because in many states of India, English is not a foreign language. It's a second language. For example, in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, in Telangana, in those states, English is a second language. They are normally using it as they use their mother tongue. Okay? So in course of time, English, there will be a Bangladeshi English. We need not consciously just develop that. It will automatically, naturally develop. Okay, if you can speak in Borishalla English or Mymensingh English or Noakhali English, there is no problem. Okay, if your English is understandable. Okay, so English has actually no native speakers. English is now a language for global communication. So I can use my Borishalla English, no problem. If my listeners understand me, if my listeners can receive my information. I hope I have responded to your point.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful
It's my
clarification.
pleasure. It's my
Yes.
pleasure. Anything else?
Dear students, it's your privilege. We want to give you chance.
Ma'am, I like to ask just
One more.
is sir, my question is in Viva board during job interview, uh, the how much it affects the correct pronunciation of English. Like if I follow the my Bangladeshi accent, or should I develop the British pronunciation or American or Australian? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So far, I have so far as I have understood, Ms.
Manjuma.
Manjuma 58, maybe the class ID or what, I don't know.
Right, sir.
Okay. Uh, when we are facing Viva Voce, it's Viva Voce, all right. Uh, but in Bangladeshi people say Viva Voce. It's not the pronunciation, Viva Voce. When we are facing a Viva Voce or oral examination or an interview, we can use our English, no problem. But our English should be very clear. Our English should be very much comprehensible. Our English should be grammatically correct. Our pronunciation should be correct. We should be fluent. We should not have that much hesitation. We should not use self-correction. We shouldn't use repetition. These are the points. We have to use a variety of vocabulary items, okay? And we have to use a variety of grammatical structures so that the interviewers, I mean the people just the people who are testing me understand that I have a very good command of English language. I can speak well. I can communicate through. I can communicate effectively through speech. That's all. I shouldn't go to America or the UK for learning their accent and coming back to Bangladesh for the interview. Thank you very much. Are you happy, Manjuma?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Next.
Students, any other question?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay, you may.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum, sir. I'm a
Walaikum
student of
salam.
honors third year. But
Yeah.
till now,
Jannat Mo.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm a student of honors third year. But till now, the common comment about my pronunciation is that during the utterance some words, I pull in some regional tune. So, sir,
Okay.
give me some tips how to avoid or how can I avoid this problem?
You can do three things. Okay. Just you can do three things. Find out relevant YouTube videos. Then you do three things. Number one, practice. Number two, practice. And number three, practice. And I think after 30 days, you will feel your pronunciation is changed.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Next. Anybody else?
Dear students, do you have any more question?
Yeah, I see most of the students of the Department of English at BAUST are very intelligent and enthusiastic. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your compliments.
Sir, I think there is no more question from the students.
Okay, Adiba.
If any faculty members have any query. Any question from the faculty? Sir, shall we conclude the session?
I think in that case, Morujaman, sir, if you have anything more to say, in that case, sir, you can leave your last comments.
As I started with my feeling, I am really very much honored to have been invited to this program. I'm really grateful to the authority of BAUST. And yeah, I'm very happy to meet especially the students and faculty members of the Department of English at BAUST, and the enthusiasm of the students, their intelligence of the students really inspire me. And I hope they will uh, they will be able to improve their English skills further. And I wish them all the very best. And yeah, I'm especially thankful to uh, today's special guest, uh, Ms. Shahanas Khanum, Associate Professor of the Department of English, as well as Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities. I don't know the exact name of the faculty. And I'm also thankful to Mr. Shahriar Talukdar, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The chairman or head of the Department of English at BAUST. And I'm also thankful to all the faculty members present here. And I hope we'll keep in touch and we will exchange, we will share our ideas, our knowledge, our information, and we will improve our ability. As we are teachers, we have to further improve our skills. We have to keep ourselves updated every moment, and we have to use online resources. There are a lot of resources online. So if not impossible, we have to try to use online resources. And for example, particularly for English pronunciation practice, we can get each and everything on YouTube and some other sources, online sources. So why shouldn't we use them? We can use them, and most of them are free. Okay, and I'm again thankful to BAUST. Wish me luck. I wish you all the very best. Hope to see you once again in near future. Allah Hafiz. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum. Goodbye. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful session that has enlightened all of us. And we all, not only the students, we the teachers also got to learn many things, and definitely we'll use these tips and tricks to upgrade our speaking. Now I'd like to invite Shahriar Talukdar, the head Department of English, to conclude today's webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Adiva, for giving me floor again. A warm and graceful evening to our honorable chief guest, Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Kamaluddin, retired, Controller of Exam, Registrar, Deans of the faculties, and heads of the departments, and my worthy colleagues, and my curious students, and also the Director of IQSC. Now, it is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this webinar happen. I'd like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Munir Jaman sir, who spared time from his vigorous schedule to grace this occasion. Today, you had an opportunity to hear from you, sir, which surely will enhance our knowledge. Honestly speaking, an event like this can happen overnight, and it requires planning and different strategies to implement. And we have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated faculty members who are well versed in their job, and they really did a great job. So I'm very grateful to all my dear colleagues. And obviously, my sincere gratitude to all my students. And you were the inspirations, and you are the inspirations, because you encourage us to have this kind of webinar. And your enthusiastic participation, which has really motivated us to have more of these kind of webinars in future. And I hope and I believe that you enjoyed today's webinar and you learned a lot from our today's session. So, I also believe that you had a good takeaway from our today's session. And in future, inshallah, we'll meet again with more of these kind of webinars. So with that hope, with a positive note, I would like to conclude today's session. And again, I'd like to thank you all. Thanks to the University Authority, my colleagues, and to all my students. So thank you. Take care of yourself and wish you a very good life ahead, inshallah. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.